Okay, hi everybody. My name is Laura Fissel. I am an assistant professor and an astrophysicist at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. So I teach, as part of my job, physics and astronomy to the students at Queen's University. And then as a researcher, I study how stars and planets form. And basically, I use telescopes from around the world. So here's a picture of a telescope array in Australia that I've used to map out regions of our galaxy where stars and planets are forming. And here's another picture I took of some telescopes on Mauna Kea in Hawaii. The other thing that I do is I build telescopes that fly on giant helium balloons. And we launch them from Antarctica. So here's a picture of me, a balloon astronomer, and BLAST, my balloon telescope. And then on the right is a video of one of our recent launches from Antarctica. You can see that the telescope is rising. It's being lifted by a giant helium balloon. And it will eventually end up 35 kilometers above the Earth. Here's a view of what that looks like. And you can see that we're almost above almost all of the Earth's atmosphere, and therefore we can just look up into space. Okay, so what I am going to show you is how you can spot where in the sky new stars and planets are forming right now. So here's a cartoon of our solar system. So our solar system is really, really old. It consists of our star, the sun, 8 planets, and a bunch of dwarf planets. And because it's so old, if we want to study how the Earth or the sun formed and what it was like when they were forming, it helps to study nearby regions of our galaxy that are forming stars right now. So how you can find these is you want to go to a place that's quite dark, so ideally away from the city on a clear night. And it's also best to do this when the moon isn't up, because the moon brightens the sky and it makes it harder to see faint things. So if you do that, then you should see this faint kind of glowing band which stretches across the sky. This is called the Milky Way. Okay, and what you're actually looking at is our galaxy. So we live in a galaxy which is sort of shaped a little bit like a frisbee. So we're kind of in the disk of the galaxy on kind of the outer edge. And so what we're seeing is when we're looking towards the Milky Way, we're looking kind of along the disk. So we're seeing way more stars. And when we look off of it, we're looking kind of off of the galaxy. So we don't see as many stars. And this faint glow is actually millions and billions of stars. Okay, if you look at it from a really dark location, you'll actually see that there are dark patches in front of the Milky Way. And those dark patches are not because there are no stars, it's because there are giant clouds of gas and dust in the way. And these are where the next generation of stars are forming. They're actually huge stellar nurseries. So what happens is if you have stars, then where there's no dust cloud, the starlight can just come towards us. But where there is a dust cloud, the starlight is blocked, and therefore it just looks dark. So we can look at these regions, we can kind of zoom in, and they mostly look pretty dark. But if you could look with infrared, where these dust grains glow, if you had infrared eyes, you would see that there's all of this structure. And so this is what these stellar nurseries look like. And these little bright points here are where the new baby stars are being formed. Okay, so the next time you're out of the city after dark, see if you can spot the Milky Way, spot these dark patches, and see if you can spot where new stars are being formed right now.